When I read the comments that people left about the comments that Master P made about his brother, and the way they were saying that Master P just wanted praise for trying to get his brother out of prison, and that's all, he's been selfish and blah blah blah. I had to hold my head to keep it from melting out of the ridiculousness of it. This is something that anyone should be able to relate to because it's very like family oriented. It has a lot to do with family and siblings and helping someone who's not trying to help themselves. So I feel like it's something a lot of people should be able to relate to and understand, but what do you know, that's not the case. So here we are, I'm making this video to try to explain to the one or two people who care you know, to get to see things from a different perspective, like the less popular perspective. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So there is something that I feel like I have to say about this story about Master P and his brother C murder. And I feel as though a lot of people missed the point that Master P was trying to make when he, made his series of statements regarding this issue. And I kind of want to address it. I think that if you're a helper or if you're someone who tends to find themselves in a situation where you're trying to pull maybe your relative or your friend out of a difficult situation, and you spend a lot of money on relatives or just people in general, and you offer a lot of advice, if you're a helper like that, you will understand what Master P was trying to say. I looked at the comments surrounding this and I didn't see anything pertaining to what I'm about to say. So that's why I'm making this video. Now, to give a brief summary, Corey Miller, aka C Murder, is Master P's brother. And he used to be on the streets. He used to live a dangerous lifestyle. He had friends in the streets, and some of them were, living dangerous lifestyle. Let me just put it that way. And Master P wanted to take him out of that kind of a lifestyle. So Master P introduced his brother, Corey Miller, to his record label to allow Corey Miller to, build his career in music and to make something of his life. But Corey Miller did not do that. Instead, he brought the entire street with him, and he would not let go of his old friends. He was not really making any improvements on his life, and he was still hanging around the people that he used to hang around with when he was, living that kind of a rough lifestyle. Monica, on the other hand, she was a singer. I think she still makes music actually, but she was a very popular singer, R&B singer, and she used to be Corey's girlfriend. The rumor is that when she was 15, he was in his mid-20s and they were an item. That's a whole different story. But yeah, they used to date, and that is a motivating factor for what she's doing for him. So at some point, he found himself in the wrong place at the wrong time in a club where someone ended up being shot, and he was accused of the murder, and he ended up being convicted and incarcerated for many, many, many years. He's been in prison for about 20 years. You've probably heard this story many, many times, so I'm just gonna speed through it. Okay. So his family, Master P, and other members of his family were devastated when this happened, and they have been doing everything to get him out of prison all of these years. And you know how family looks out for their family member and their family members' kids and all that. So they were doing all that. Master P was spending a lot of money, and they used to go visit Corey Miller in prison while they were trying to get him out. And they have not been successful, although they have not given up. They were still working on it. But recently we found out that Monica has asked Kim Kardashian and Kim's team to help her with Corey Miller's case, to help her get Corey Miller out of prison, because according to eyewitnesses and people that know the details of the case, they said that Corey did not do it. He was innocent, but he was convicted anyway, and he's been in prison for 20 years, which is crazy. So after the internet found out that Monica was trying to get Corey Miller out of prison, all of these things started coming out about things that Corey Miller have said. And Corey, he praised Kim and Monica a lot for the work that they were doing for him. And he made it seem as though his family weren't really there for him, because he said that he had to sell some books to help his family, to help his kids, and he has not been able to sleep or something like that. He said something like he's finally been able to sleep after Kim and Monica got on his case. Master P did not take that lightly, and Master P made a statement saying that the family has been through a lot. They've been trying to help him all of this while, but Corey is not being appreciative, and Corey is dismissing all the efforts that his family has put into trying to help him, and that just because Kim and Monica happened to get on his case 7 short months ago, he's suddenly dismissing all the effort that his family has made. And he said Corey was not appreciating the efforts that their grandmother, he really stressed his grandmother. They're not appreciating the effort that the grandmother has put in, and just the stress that and the toll that all of this has taken on all of them. And that's what he said in his comments. Monica got upset, and she made a statement saying that Master P should focus on getting his brother out of prison. He should not be talking about her, because Master P does not know her very well. And she just made a lot of statement that she was really upset, and Master P ended up apologizing to her and kind of tried to explain himself. But anyway, that's basically the summary of it. However, I do want to play some clips from Master P so you can hear him speak. And I will explain what I believe he was trying to communicate, because a lot of people just completely misunderstood this, as usual, because it's more fun to misunderstand something. But anyway, here we go.
And any of y'all have any relatives that incarcerated that that's ungrateful, then you probably can understand this, especially if you did everything you could do. Like my mom, my dad, I know they've went above and beyond to help my brother. And I'm real disappointed. This is not entertainment, this is not fun. This is hurtful.
This is what I meant when I said if you're a helper, you would understand where he was coming from. So Master P is very upset that his brother is not acknowledging the effort that his family had put into helping him and trying to get him out of prison. There are certain people that no matter what you do, no matter what extent you go to help them, even if you're doing it right in front of them and they can see you, if your effort does not pan out, they automatically disregard all the effort that you put in. So basically, they would act as if you didn't try to help them at all, just because your efforts did not work. And I feel like that is what Corey is doing here. Like, his family clearly went through a lot to try to help him, but because he's still incarcerated, he automatically dismissed every effort that they have put in, including Master P's effort to introduce him to Master P's own record label to help him build a career. And he just completely dismisses his entire family because they were not successful in getting him out of prison.
He talked about my mom, my dad, the people that created him. He said that they didn't do nothing for him, which is a lie. And anybody that know me, I don't need to be pat on the back or nothing. Whatever I done for him, I done it out of love.
And with People like Corey, whoever is actively helping him to get something, either to get money or to, in this case, get out of prison, that person at that time is their favorite person because that person is directly helping them with something. Once your effort does not work, though, they will push you back into the back burner, just as he's doing to Master P.
My grandmother, she's not here right now. She's my angel. I know that, and she should be his angel. I've never heard him talk about her like that. But I know Kim Kardashian put out one tweet, and she is angel, which is crazy to me. But I appreciate it. Like I said, my brother is innocent, and I hope she can get him out. I want him to come home. I see where Monica is ride or die. He just started talking back to her 7 months ago.
This disrespect of Corey's family that Corey is doing versus the praise of Monica and, speaking about Monica as if Monica is his ride or die is another thing that Master P was trying to point out. So it's not that Master P wants the praise for trying to get Corey out of prison, like people are saying, but rather he is saying that the people that are truly close to Corey and have truly helped him and have good long relationship with him were not being acknowledged by Corey, but rather it's Kim Kardashian, who just put one tweet out that Corey is giving his respect to, and Monica, who suddenly took up Corey's case 7 months ago after her divorce, even though she's known of him being incarcerated for many years. And that's something that Master P was trying to point out. And I believe Monica did not appreciate Master P's comments that how is she a ride or die, if she was married or something like that. And, when you're a ride or die chick, I guess you're supposed to ride or die with one person. You can't be hopping in and out of relationships. And, the comments kind of made Monica look not so nice and not so genuine in her efforts. Kind of made her look like she was just trying to help him for her own personal gain. And Monica did not appreciate that. But I do not think the Master P was trying to throw shade. This is like a serious family issue for them. And he was just trying to point out some flaws in Corey's thinking.
I know he's incarcerated, and I get that. But still, you have to have a heart for the people that really helped you. Monica just got divorced last year. So I'm thinking like, that's your ride or die. That's cool if that's the way you feel.
In this next clip, Master P was trying to explain how he does not believe that Corey intends to change his life when he gets out of prison, because let's remember, he got a chance to have a good career in music and he threw it away because he would not leave the streets alone. And Master P was trying to explain here that when Corey was around, he never helped anyone. And personally, when I look at the fact that Corey is pushing his entire family under the bus because they have not gotten him out of prison yet, that does not tell me that this is a person that intends to do a 180 and become a good member of society when he gets out. Because remember, he's still using the friends that he had before he went to prison. They're still running errands for him, all the street people that put him in prison. He still has not said anything negative about them. He's instead saying negative things about his immediate family. That tells me that his mind is still in the streets. When he gets out, he's not going to be a better person. He's just going to do exactly what he was doing that got him there the first place. And that's what Master P was trying to point out. And a lot of people misunderstood that, and they were saying that, Master P was being petty and was trying to get credit for something that he did not deserve to get credit for. I don't know where they got that. It was just driving me crazy, and that's one of the reasons why I just had to make this video, because I was like, really? How can people not see the pain that this family is going through with the grandmother and the parents and all the name calling that this guy is doing to his family.
My sister, my aunties, uncles, everybody think that this man is coming on and he gonna get a settlement, he gonna take care of everybody. But the truth is, and I know the truth hurt, what did he do the first time he was home? Who did he help? Why do people owe him when his friends has him incarcerated? That's the real reason he's incarcerated. I changed my life and I left those same friends behind because they didn't want to do right. They wasn't on the same page I was on. So God said, you got to cut people off. You got to do the right thing.
And here in this next clip, Master P was trying to explain some of the inconveniences that they experience and the discomfort that they experience as a result of Corey's incarceration. Another thing that Corey and people that think like him do not see. You experience a lot of inconvenience, right? Trying to accommodate them and help them, but they don't see it. They only see the end result. And the end result is they're still in prison. So whatever you're going through, as far as they're concerned, it doesn't matter. They don't care. They don't want to hear about it. And while the discomfort that Master P and his grandmother and the other family members experience from going to visit Corey is nothing compared to a prison sentence for a crime that you did not commit, it's still something that's worth being expressed. And it's okay for Corey to acknowledge that his family is experiencing a very difficult time as a result of his incarceration. That doesn't mean they're not gonna try to get him out. It's just, it's okay to acknowledge some of these things. It's not the end of the world. It's okay for Corey himself to be appreciative of the effort that his family is, making. And I think that's what Master P was trying to communicate here.
Because I'm not coming to the jailhouse no more. I'm not getting filled on, motherfucker touching on my ass, doing the same thing, looking for, do I have something on me? No, I don't. I changed my life. My grandmother that's deceased now, they was touching on her ass every time she go down there, and people still ungrateful. My mom, my dad, my brothers, aunties, uncles, everybody get filled on. When you go to prison to go see somebody, you might not come home either. I'm not going through that no more for ungrateful people. So all y'all bloggers or whatever, y'all could understand one thing. The ATM, I'm pulling the plug off. Because people that's ungrateful and don't appreciate me, even my own family members, they forget. Because you could give people, they hit you. I'm an ATM, I get it. That's what I am. I'm an ATM and now I'm a square because I'm not in the hood. I'm only not in the hood because I did the right thing. And I changed, which everybody else could change. But when you go to the club, and you convicted of a crime that somebody else commit because you with the wrong people. And then the people that's with you, you call them the cut boys, that's been taking care of your business while you locked up, they're on the streets, and they all turned on you, and you say nothing about it, you never made a record about them, you never wrote a book about them, turning on you. I mean, how is that real? How is that true? Because that's your word, true. They turned on you, bro. You could have been home with your family 18 years ago. You mad at people. What have you done for Pete? Have you ever made him a card for his birthday? Have you ever sent him a Christmas card or made him a belt? Anything. Nobody never done it. Because people always say, where do you get the man that has everything? What about just love? What about a simple thinking?
Another thing that I wanted to point out that Master P mentioned in this next clip that I'm going to show is that a person like Corey, he's been in prison for a long time, so it's understandable that he's going to want everyone to drop everything that they're doing and make his problem their priority in order to get him out, because 20 years for a crime you did not commit is insane to me. I can't even imagine it. However, if you look at it from the helper's perspective, you will come to find that helpers help a lot of people. They don't usually help just one person at a time because that tends to be their personality. So if they know, say, 100 people, probably 30, 40, or 50 of those people will be getting some kind of help from the helper, if not more, if not all of them. Sometimes they may just be an ear to listen to their problems, or they offer money, they offer advice, they are physically present, like, I don't know, in the hospital or something when there's an operation. It's just, there are different ways that helpers help, and they help a lot of people. The problem is that the person that needs the helper's help, like in this case, Corey, only sees things from his perspective, from Corey's perspective, which is that I need help and this guy is not helping me. But in this next clip, you will see that Master P has a lot of people that he is helping. He has a lot of things that he's doing that is like focused on helping other people. So even though Corey's problem is a serious problem, he is not the only person that Master P is helping. He is helping other people as well. There's so many other people with problems. While Corey thinks his problem is the biggest, somebody else who has a physical illness is going to think theirs is the biggest.
I'm focusing on giving back to underprivileged communities, helping the next generation with education, helping the elderly. That's what I'm doing with my resources. I'm not wasting it on no more on family members that's ungrateful. When you look at my grandmother that's not here, I had to pay somebody to get you to her funeral, which is crazy, and you forgot. Everything costs money. Other people are spending their money and you're not thinking about, even if somebody say they know the date, but they done told you 100 times, yeah, that's love, bro. These people who you put your trust in, your friends, they only there for the publicity. When the publicity over, nobody's gonna help you or nobody's gonna be there for you but your family, us, the ones that love you. So bro, wake up. If you get a second chance, man, be thankful. Thank that man up above.
So yeah, this video is already 3 times longer than I want it to be, so I am going to end it here. But basically, this is just Master P talking about how his brother is not being very grateful and he's dragging the family name through the mud just because he has not achieved the results that he wants to achieve from his family yet by, getting out of prison. And yeah, I just really wanted to explain how I interpreted what Master P was saying. And I could be wrong. Maybe everybody else is right. I'm not saying what I'm saying is right. I'm just saying that we just need to think a little bit more deeply about things before we make our conclusions and leave comments that don't make sense. Right? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.